Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm adding another tracker to the journal series, and this one is the Pick 3 Tic-Tac-Toe. This journal is designed to organize past Pick 3 results into a tic-tac-toe grid so you can study reoccurring number patterns over time. It is not used to predict future drawings. The purpose is to help you identify trends, compare months, and keep your own historical records in one place. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I set up the journal, how I place each winning number into the grid, and how I record the different number patterns that appear. By the end of the video, you'll be able to create the same tracker for your own records. Let's get started. So on the screen is the first page I call the data page, where I enter all the information from June. So this is for the daily 3, June 2026. I entered the date from the 1st to the 30th, the midday winning numbers, the evening winning numbers, and I have a column for the tic-tac-toe information. And by the way, this is Michigan's data. First step is to take the midday winning number on the 1st of the month and write it in the tic-tac-toe grid diagonally. Once that's done, I'm going to fill in the complete grid counting up. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and then I'll put the 2 in that grid and I'll count up from there. 3, 4, and next you see some more empty spaces in the grid. So I'm going to start at 7 and count up. 8, 9, and put 10 in the next grid, but we're going to drop the 1 and put only 0. That's lottery math. Now that the grid is completed, I will begin to write down the different patterns. So the first pattern I want to write down is horizontal. So I'm going to make a space for that and write in horizontal. I'm going to base my tracker on these different patterns, and I'm going to write the numbers down for this pattern from the grid. So horizontal just means going straight across. So I'll take the number 743 and write that down. The next horizontal number is 852 and 901. That's one pattern that generated 3 different numbers. The next one is vertical. And basically vertical just means straight up and down. So I look on the grid, 789, I'll write that number. 450 is the next vertical number. And 321. So 2 patterns are complete. I'm going to move down further and write the third pattern is diagonal. There will only be 2 numbers for that. 751, that was the first winning number, so we'll write that down. The opposite direction is 953. It doesn't matter in which order you write the numbers, just write the numbers down. So far I have 3 patterns written down, and there are several more, but we're going to keep this tracker simple. We're not going to record all the different patterns. I picked out the 4 simplest patterns that I want to track. If there are other patterns you want to track, you're welcome to write any ones that you want to do in your journal. Next pattern I'm tracking is called corners. The first top corner numbers are 478, so I will write that down for the corners. Next corners I'm going to record 432. There are 4 corners, so 890 is the next one, and 210. The next thing I'm going to do is look at all the horizontal numbers and try to find them in the winning numbers for the midday. So 743, I'm going to look at all the winning numbers from the 1st through the 30th and look for 743. And I see it on the 18th as 734. So I'm going to highlight that number, and then I'm going to go to the horizontal numbers and highlight it as well. I'm going to quickly check the rest of the days in the month and see if 734 fell again. And I don't see where it fell a second time. Next number is 852, and I'm going to look for 852 in the list of winning numbers for the midday. And I don't see that number. I'm going to move on to 901 and look for that number. And 901 did not appear. So far, one number from the horizontal pattern has appeared. Let's take a look at the vertical number, 789. I'll look for that number. I don't see it, so let's move on to the next number, 450. Let's look for that. So far, I do not see it. Looking at the bottom half, no, it's not there. Next number to look for is 321. I'm looking through the whole entire month of June for the midday, and I do not see 321. So I'm going to move on to the diagonal. 751 fell on the first of the month. I'm going to only look at the last half of the month just to see if it repeated, and it did not. The second diagonal number is 953. Let's look for that. It did not show up in the first half of the month. Let's look at the second half, and I don't see it there either. Moving on to the corners. 478. Beginning of the month, 478 did not appear. Next number for the corners is 432. And I do not see a 432. 890 is the next number to look for. I do not see it in the first half of the month, nor do I see it in the second half. Next number for the corners is 210. Okay, here it is on the 5th. So I'm going to highlight that. Once I highlight that, I'm going to go over to the corners and highlight the 201 again. As you can see, I have it already highlighted. Let's go to the evening section and do the tic-tac-toe grid for that. I'm going to use the first of the month, winning number 899, and put it in the grid. And then I'm going to count up from the 9. Next number is 10, put the 0, drop the 1. Then count up 1, 2. Then start at the 8, go up to 9, 10, put the 0, drop the 1. Next space, count up from 0 to 1. I'm going to speed this portion of the video up a little bit because I'm doing the exact same thing I did for the midday, and I'm writing down the 4 different patterns: horizontal, vertical, diagonal, and corners. And for each pattern, I'm going to write the numbers that coincide with those patterns. Once I complete writing all the numbers down, I am going to go look at the evening winning numbers to see if any of these pattern numbers have appeared. Always start with the first pattern, that'd be horizontal, then move on to vertical, diagonal, and corners, highlighting numbers that have appeared in the winning numbers. And once those steps are completed, then I want to see how many numbers from each pattern appeared in the winning evening numbers. First number that I have identified as appearing is 821 in the horizontal pattern numbers. And the second number that has appeared in the winning numbers from the horizontal patterns is 019. So I'm going to highlight that. But guess what else is looking very noticeable? I'm beginning to see a pattern amongst all of the different sequences. So for horizontal, vertical, diagonal, and corners, you may have noticed that the 019 is appearing in all 4 patterns. And in the corners, it has appeared twice. But let me go back a little bit here to the vertical. The 890 I also see in the winning evening numbers. I got a little excited about the 190, but let me highlight that 890 to reflect that it appeared. And the last number I'm going to look for is 210. And I did find that it appeared in the last half of the month, 102. So I'm going to highlight it there, and then I'm going to highlight it in the corners list of numbers. Let's take a look at the second page where I have the tracker. I'm looking at the midday tracker, and I have all the patterns listed. I'm going to put a title of Tic-Tac-Toe Patterns because that's what I'm tracking. I have the months all the way across from June to December, and I'm going to count how many horizontal showed up in the winning numbers. There was one. So next in the Tic-Tac-Toe Tracker, I will record how many vertical, diagonal, and corner numbers appeared in the midday. Vertical, there were 0, diagonal was 0, and corners was 1. Moving on to the Tic-Tac-Toe Tracker for the evening, I'm going to do the same thing as I did in the midday. For horizontal, I see 2 number appearances, vertical 2 as well, diagonal 1, and corners 3. This is a strange occurrence in the fact that the horizontal, vertical, and diagonal corners produce 019 as one of the numbers in its pattern. Guys, I will continue to update this tracker for the upcoming months. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.